fact, therefore, matta parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. Bhagavan says, O Dhananjaya, O conqueror of wealth. Dhana means wealth, Jaya means the one who has conquered. So Dhananjaya, Bhagavan makes very bold statement now. He says, Mattah parataram anyat na kinchidasti. Other than me, there is nothing here. Either you say, other than me there is nothing, or you say, other than me there is nothing higher. So both ways you can take. Means I am the ultimate. Or I alone am. Because the one who is ultimate, he rules. So, other than me, there is nothing. Matta parataram na anyat kinchidasti. Bhagavan, I see all these things, so many here. Bhagavan says, Mai idam sarvam protam. Mai, in me, idam sarvam. All this, whatever you think as all this, is protam. Is pervaded, is threaded. Prota, ota prota. These words are used. Warp and woof. What do you say? Warp and weave. Okay. That is this. Sarvam protam. How? Sutre manigana iva. Drashtanta is given. Example is given. Sutre, like in thread, manigana, the gems you call, or pearls, or beads, like mala. Everything is pervaded in me, like the beads are pervaded in thread. Which means what? Visibly, we may see, all these things are distinct. But there is one common thread which is connecting everything. What is that thread? Bhagavan says, me. I am the Sutra. And that is why he has another name, Sutratma. In Vedanta, there is another technical name, Sutratma. This is connection to that in Vedanta, Sutratma. So Sutra means he is the connecting thread. It's simple. If you take a family tree of someone, right? There's great grandpa, then all these children. Now you take two siblings at 4th or 5th level down, right? And you say, what is the common thread between these two? So you have to go all the way there, right? That's how they travel in tree structure. Some computer, all are, yes, I really know what that is. Right? That means to find connection between two apparently distinct things, we have to go to its source. So Bhagavan said, I am that. Now, when we do cause-effect analysis, can the effect be separate from cause or independent from cause? No. And therefore, in the example, we may think, there is a sutra and there is money. Right? There is a thread and there is a pearl or a bead. So, okay, the beads are there and connection. So there are two entities. But understand that pearl also or the bead also is actually not different from the thread. In the example, it may feel like. That's why we can modify the example. You take golden thread and golden beads. Can we see any difference? Huh? No. Somebody may say, this golden example is very expensive. You take simple example. You take a long thread and you start tying a knot in that thread. Right? So, the knots are made up of what? Thread. And who is connecting all the knots? Thread. So if we don't have to go and get extra beads. The same thing can be used. Mahatmas, they have wonderful examples. What is to be established is, there is only one thing. That's all. Nehananasti kinchana. There is no plurality here, Upanishad says, Kathopanishad. So if we can recognize that, there is no problem. Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji here, he just adds one wonderful statement to remove the doubt of plurality. He says, Dirghatantushu patavat sutrecha manigana iva. Like if there is long thread, Dirghatantu, in that how different clothes are already present. Right? The cloth is what? Thread only. Right? So when we see a big rim of threads, a huge roll, and if somebody will go and ask, are there any clothes with you? So our answer is no. Why? Because we don't see cloth or clothes manifest at that time. But it is there, unmanifest, in that big roll. That's all. So all we have to do is go one step further and see, yes, it is there. Like a pregnant woman is there, right? Where is the child? Inside. So unmanifest. So actually there are three. Husband, wife and child. But we don't count that child as long as that child is unmanifest inside. Only when he comes out, then we say, okay, now 3 passengers are there. 3 tickets you will have to buy. So manifestation. Because our intellect works only at that level. If I see, I believe. This is called grossest intellect. Sthula buddhi, jada buddhi almost. If I don't see, I don't accept. We need something tangible only. And Shastras, they expect very subtle thinking. Sharp. So that's why, if somebody says now, the cause of this is earth. Yes. Immediately we should be able to say. If we can think that way, all our problems in life, we will not attribute to some immediate person here and there. We'll say, oh, this person is responsible, that person is responsible. We will be at least able to go and trace my karma. And if we can go up to God, then we don't have to say God is responsible. You know why? Because we already established, then there also there is God, here also it is God only. Where is sorrow? Sorrow is also God. And joy is also God. Dharma is God, adharma is God. In Bhagavatam, this is how it is described. But that language also, we say, oh, these stories, they are just going on and on. I need some scientific thinking. Okay. Vedanta is very scientific that way. So, other than me, Arjuna, there is nothing here. Now, Bhagavan wants to give some examples. Examples of where we can see him.